Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 tips and tricks video. In this video, the gameplay you're watching in the background, class setup is the Maddox Echo Fire with stock, ComSec device, tac mask, gung ho, and then dead silence, and also the Elo sight, and that is with the Diamond Maddox. The Echo Fire is absolutely amazing. Even after the nerf, because they basically buffed the Echo Fire mod, this thing just destroys people, and it's even better. It makes the Maddox even better at close range, but it still does good at medium to long range. So this video, basically, I'm going to be talking about, I wrote down on my notepad, some more unique tips and tricks. And these are things that not every person thinks about when they're playing, but they're tips and stuff that if you execute into your gameplay will make you a lot better player at Black Ops 4. And that, of course, is this video, how to make people gods at Black Ops 4 or make people better at the game. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. I will have another upload for you guys later tonight. I think you guys will like my video I'm uploading later. So smack a like on this one. If you can smash the likes up before I upload the next video, that would be absolutely amazing. You guys have been killing it. It takes maybe half a millisecond to drop a like, maybe a little. Maybe we'll give 5 milliseconds. It maybe takes a second to drop a like. You know, you just have to click that button. It takes literally a second, and then subscribe if you guys are new. And let's get right into this. So first of all, I've written down some things. Some of these you guys probably will already know. Some of them you won't know. And we'll go through. These are just tips or sort of tips and tricks to reiterate in your Black Ops 4 multiplayer gameplay on, you know, if you want to play better, get more kills, all that stuff. So the first thing is Gung Ho. Gung Ho is a perk 2, and perk 2 is a really weak slot. Gung Ho on every single class. There's no class step that you should not have Gung Ho on in this game, and I really think that because Gung Ho just gives you so many things, but the main thing is getting your gun up faster out of a sprint. And if you don't use Gung Ho because, you know, all the rest of the lobby's probably going to be using it, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. So I guess some people might call it a crutch perk or whatever, but Gung Ho is on literally every single one of my class setups. I can't remember the last time I've used a class without Gung Ho. A lot of the stuff around the class setups are changed. Gung Ho on every class will improve your gameplay instantly the second you do that if you are not running Gung Ho right now. Next is, as far as the perks in this game, they are pretty weak, and if you can double up on perks, so in certain times when you're making a class setup, I made so many videos talking about class ups lately, but I'm just gonna talk about this for a second. When you're making a class up and you have the ability to double up on a perk slot, you can throw on a wild card and then another perk. You always want to double up on perk 1 because that is the most competitive perk slot, and then perk 2 and 3 just probably run Gung Ho Dead Silence or Gung Ho Ghost or Gung Ho Squad Link if you're hardcore, something like that. You know, that's how it goes. Next is for I wrote down, get your streaks. The last few kills for streaks, get them no matter what your goal is. Now, what I mean by this is there's a lot of times in this game where this game, and I've talked about it, getting streaks and letting the streaks go in is how you dominate in this game. Speaking as I'm saying that, the kill feed gets a 5-man feed with my team, or with my strike team, as well as my helicopter. So streaks are a major key. And whenever you are close to streaks, the way that I like to play is play at your own pace, whatever you want to do. But whenever you're about 2 to 3 off of the big streaks, and what I usually run is Thresher, Attack Helicopter, Strike Team. So whenever you're like 2 kills off or 3 kills off, immediately retreat and get those kills. Do not rush when you're a couple kills off of big streaks, no matter what your goal is, unless the game's about to end or something. And this is why. If you're trying to play the objective, you're trying to go for the win, getting streaks up makes B-Flag completely easy to grab. If you're trying to get more kills, rushing and getting those 2 kills quicker and risking death is not the right play. Playing back and sort of whenever you're 2 to 3 kills off of kill streaks, and I'm talking about the big streaks, I'm not talking about 2 kills off a UAV, you should always sit back. As you see right here, when I get close to my streaks, I run up into the top of this building, I convert, and it's worth it. It's never worth risking the 10, 15, maybe even 20 kills that you will get off these big 3 streaks. If I die 1 kill before getting all of them, I just missed out on 20 kills and basically ruined a gameplay. So no matter what, and you'll see me do this in my gameplays all the time, I'll play normal, play at my own pace, but when you are a few kills off of those big streaks, make sure to retreat and do whatever it takes to get those streaks, because in the long run, no matter what your goal is, helping the team, helping yourself, getting more kills, streaks are going to do work. Next thing I wrote down is strike team. So once you call in the strike team, a lot of people, it's the strike team, it has options. You can choose to send the strike team by pressing square, and then you can also choose to rally the strike team once you send them. So the first thing is with the strike team, I usually wait till I'm in the middle of the map or the enemy spawn to call them in, because the area that you're in where you call them in at is where they'll drop down right away. Sort of the same thing like paratroopers from World War II. And in that game, I didn't realize that, so I would always just call them in my spawn, and I was like, why aren't mine getting as many kills as as other people's, and it's that was why. And it's sort of the same in this game. It's not as big of a deal because you can direct them around and they run around pretty quick, but don't call the strike team in your own spawn. Call it in when you're in the middle of the map or in the enemy team spawn. And then when the spawns flip, sometimes strike teams are glitchy and they're known to just stand there. So when spawns completely flip and whenever my strike team hasn't got a kill in a couple seconds, or more than a couple seconds, I will send the strike team, and basically what that does is you point at an area and they'll rush there, and then once they get to that area, sometimes they're known to just stand there as well. So then I rally them. So that's basically the combo with the strike team. Called in on the enemy spawn. When you notice they're sort of being inactive or not doing too much, send them to a location. When they get there, rally the troops, and they will just absolutely slay out. That's how I like to run the strike team. Little tips on, little quirks like that will get you maybe 5-10 extra kills in a game, which could be the difference between dropping 100 plus or winning the game or something, right? Next is jump shots. I want to talk about jump shotting and stock. So stock should, on any gun that it's available on, that's an assault rifle or a tactical rifle or an LMG, pretty much anything other than SMG. SMGs are already so quick side to side that sure, you can double down and go with stock, which can be great, but on ARs, the ones that it's available on, the KN, the Vapor, the Maddox, on the tactical rifles, it's only available on the ABR, on the Titan LMG, go with stock. If stock is available in this game, the side-to-side movement speed has been the target of about all of these nerfs and patch updates, so make sure you're going with stock. Now, on certain guns where you don't have stock available, good guns like the Auger DMR, the Swordfish, the ICR, these guns don't have stock available. So with those guns, what I like to do is I like to jump shot around the corners. When you have stock, you can sort of just aim down sights or aim down sights while jumping around the corner. When you don't, you kind of have to just basically sprint lunge around a corner, and that's sort of how you do it. Kind of like, dude, I'm getting so lucky when I'm talking about something, it's happening in the gameplay, kind of like right there. And the reason I'm able to do that so well is because I have a scuff controller. So I'm able to, with a scuff controller for PS4, it has 2 paddles on the back. It's a tournament legal thing that all the pros use, and basically I'm able to jump with the paddle on the back of the controller while not moving my thumbs off of the aiming thumbsticks to go hit the X button or the A button or whatever it is to jump, right? So that's basically how I'm able, depending on what console you're on, that's how I'm able to do it. And I really do recommend scuff controllers. If you guys are serious about the game, you can use code GOBLIN for a discount. Link down in the description. Quick little plug there. So that's my tip with that. Jump shotting is the way in this game. Do not drop shot unless you have, I think it's dexterity, which will allow you to drop shot, but that perk is still kind of like just so weak compared to like gung ho. All right, so next tip is to play around teammates. Now, this is a good tip too, because this game is 150 health. That changes the game compared to old CODs in the way that running into multiple enemies is sort of like a death trap or a death sentence in this game. So my tip here is to play around the environment. A lot of times if I'm pushing the enemy spawn, if I'm on a streak, if I'm going for points, which is pretty much all the time, I'm going to, and also I was using the battery in this gameplay, by the way, just testing it out on this map. I think it's really good on a map where you know the spawns, and you can just pre-fire it there. But basically, that's what my play around teammates. So if you're pushing into a tight area or pushing into the enemy spawn, if your teammate is right beside you, why not let the teammate run in first? Normally you're probably going to be, well, it depends if you're better than an average player or not, but using teammates as bait and not baiting them and just not playing the objective and losing the game, but using them strategically is a way to do it. Also with seekers, when the enemy, you can use your teammate sort of specialist stuff as well. When the enemy drops assault packs, when the enemy drops recon stuff, use that to your advantage. When the enemy uses, sorry, not the enemy, when your teammates use a seeker car, always follow the seeker car if it's on your team, because it's gonna hit someone and then it's a free kill every single time. Follow up to the dog. If you follow the dog, people are gonna be so scared running away from the dog, you'll get free kills. And like I'm saying, you don't even have to be running that specialist to use it. You just basically do it off of your teammates. Same with the Tempest. When the Tempest knocks people down from your teammate or whatever, the way EKIAs work in this game, spray down at their knocked body like you're trying to thirst to kill in Fortnite, and you'll get points for that as well. Same with the strike team. You can run in behind a strike team. In this game, basically, when enemies run into multiple things, they get overwhelmed. And that sort of goes along the line with a tip where I play more, I play at my own pace, then I play defensive when I'm about to get my streaks. Then when I get my streaks, I go aggressive because I have pretty much nothing to lose. If I die right off the start, I'll still spawn in and be able to cycle, well, not cycle, but get those streaks again, hopefully. But yeah, go aggressive with it once your streaks are up. When there's distractions, use those on the map. And hopefully these tips will help you guys out. I think these are some keys that are really more niche tips, I guess you could say, that not as many people think about stuff like that. But if you're a good player, that stuff always comes natural. You know, it's all, you know, memory and stuff like that. When I see a secret car, I'm going to follow that up, and I'm going to get some free kills off that, and that can really get you some gameplays. Simple, small stuff like that. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out some of my other vids, and I'm out. Peace.